Hi, Dee.
I knew you were going to do that. Hi, Pete. Hi, everyone. Oh, what a beautiful way to spend your Sunday afternoon, especially those of us who have been in lockdown for what, 3-4 weeks now? Something like that. So,
too bloody long.
Yeah, just the days going by, no clue what day or time or date it is. So we've got an hour together of Nidra, which means we're going to spend we're going to break it into two. So we're going to spend the first 30 minutes doing some yin poses, just to condition the body, to get the body ready for Nidra, and then we're going to move into our Nidra, which normally is done lying down because it is classified yogic rest. However, I am going to give you the option. So quite a few of you that are booked into this class live are regular meditators. And so if you want to choose to do your Nidra seated, then I encourage that, because that's the kind of guided meditation. We're still going to do the deep rest, but it's going to be more of a mental rest once we do the physical in the first 30 minutes. So let's get into it. We're going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of feet together, knees out wide. If you want to bring in a prop, then bring in a prop. So you can bring in the bolster behind you on your spine, along the length of your spine. That'll give your shoulders, the front of your chest, a bit of opportunity to open. You can do as Pete's doing and have nothing underneath you. You can even bring the bolster underneath your hips, or you can bring them underneath your feet. There's no right or wrong. You can bring blankets, weight bags, eye pillows. Up to you, but just lying back, eyes closed, let gravity open up the hip joint. All the poses that we do in these first 30 minutes are preparatory. So they're to prepare the body, to bring the body into a state of rest and peace and as much comfort as possible. So then we can dive deep into that deep relaxation that Nidra is. And it is a form of meditation. I've been talking about all week our different teachers, and the main goal, the main technique of the yogic path is meditation. And quite often we think, we sit in a seated meditation or any form of meditation, even in Nidra, and there's a bit of struggle because we try and quieten down the mind, but the mind's just constantly in its patterns of thinking. But then we get to a certain point where there's this realization that, the mind's just going to keep doing that. It's just going to keep turning. That's what the mind does. Turns and turns and turns and turns. We can witness that. We can become the witness to that rather than the player. We observe the mind turning rather than jumping on board with what the mind's chewing on. And you start to notice, the more you practice, that as you become the witness, you become this watcher that gets to see clearly the mechanisms of the mind and the processes. When you step into that world, there's this stillness that's always there. There's this quiet and calm, peaceful and tranquil place that sits below the surface of the mind. And even though the mind on the surface is still chewing, still turning, we can sit back and watch, and that's when we get to tap into the essence of who we are, our true selves, the truth of who we are. So take in 3 more breaths here in your Supta Baddha Konasana. And then we're going to bring it up into a caterpillar pose. So maybe just extend your legs out long, extend them out from that external rotation of the hips. And then help yourself up to a seated position and bring the bolster in underneath your knees. You want to take the stretch almost completely out of your hamstrings by bending the knees up. So depending on how tight your hamstrings are will depend on how high you have your knees. You want to lean forward and you want to feel the stretch or the release, maybe, hopefully, all through from the lower back to the mid back to the upper back and neck even. So do whatever you need to do. Fold yourself over. Because when we do sit in meditation, the back sitting upright, if it's not used to doing that, and if you sit in a chair often, like for work, if you're a desk worker, even like loungers aren't good either for your posture. The muscles in your back aren't used to having to hold that upright position of the torso. And so all the muscles start to contract and overwork. And I know in my early days, years and years ago, when I first started meditating, my back would cramp. And there's nothing worse. You are in for a very poor meditation experience, or practice, I should say, when the body's just not happy. And that's why asana was invented. It was discovered by the enlightened ones to keep the body healthy, comfortable, so it wasn't a cause of distraction for the mind. So allow yourself to really soften into this now, really surrender. And if you can, keep conscious awareness on the body for this first half of the practice. Be really connected to the body. Feel every subtle sensation and allow yourself to soften in all the areas that you can feel are holding tension. The more awareness you can bring into the body, the more the body's going to relax. The more you're going to be able to set yourself up for a good meditation experience. Last breath here. Slowly unravel yourself. I'm going to take butterfly again with the legs, but leaning forward this time. So move the bolster out from underneath, Soles of feet together, knees out wide. Up to you how close the heels are to your groin. And then lean forward again to allow the hips to open. So how you lean forward, up to you. Utilise your props, lean in. You can bring the bolster down depending on how much range you have. You can even just kind of sit the bolster in your lap and then lean in that way. Remember, full conscious attention on the body. Send your awareness to where you're feeling tension and consciously, deliberately relax that area. Because we know where the attention goes, energy flows. And where there's flowing energy, there's healing. Where there's stagnation, there's dis-ease. Your full attention to your body. Give it as much opportunity now to find that easy flow of energy, that rest, relaxation. So then when we do come into the meditation, that guided nidra, the body's well prepared for it. Especially if you're planning on seated. You've got 3 more breaths. Slowly unravel the spine. Bring the bolster to your right hand side, let the legs go long. Lie down on your back and find yourself in a twist. Twists are amazing for our spine, very necessary as well. So whatever shape you want to make of the legs, it doesn't matter what shape the legs are in. What does matter is the rotation of the spine. So bring your knees onto the bolster. If the bolster takes the intensity of the twist away from your body, your personal body, then feel free to get rid of the prop. But make sure your spine's rotated. So left shoulder on the floor if your knees are on the right. Wherever your arms are comfortable, gaze towards your left and then close your eyes down. I find even in my own personal meditation practice, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, I have to mobilize my spine. Flexion, extension, rotation, lateral flexion. If I don't mobilize my spine, if I don't do all the movements that it's designed to do, then it will not be comfortable for my seated meditation, formal meditation. And all we're doing is moving stagnant energy. And then that flow promotes healing. Last breath. Bring your knees back through center. And just hold the center position for a moment. You can keep your knees bent, feet on the floor, or let your legs go long, whichever you prefer. Swap the bolster over to the other side, or your prop. If you didn't use it, then don't worry about it. Do the same twist, same shape, because we want the body to be as balanced as possible. You know, it's like anything. Anything we do requires some form of preparation. You know, you can't go on a hike without preparing. You can't go on a holiday without preparing. You can't, you know, tackle a marathon or... like there is some form of preparation that is involved. And quite often it's not just physical preparation that's required. It's a mental preparation as well. Every athlete in the world, they mentally prepare themselves before, you know, whatever it is they're doing. Obviously there's physical preparation too that comes months and years before, but just before there's this mental preparation as well. So right now, give yourself that gift of preparing the body, the physical body. Full attention. Notice every subtle aspect, every subtle sensation. Send your attention there. Don't create a story with your mind about it. Just send your attention, send your breath there. Because where you send your attention, energy will increase, blood flow will increase. It'll help the body settle, heal, and become more comfortable in preparation for where we're headed. Last breath. Come back to center. Again, legs long or knees bent, whichever. Bridge supported. So lift your hips up, bring the bolstering underneath your hips. This is going to be our final pose for the yin section. So if you can, let your legs go out long, because the front of your hips, when you're in a seated meditation, the front of your hips are contracted and they can grip. So let them really extend out. Plus there's a natural curve in your lower back when you're seated and your spine's in what we call neutral. Neutral pelvis, neutral spine. And so this will just give the body a little bit of prep. But if that's too intense for you, you can bend your knees up slightly. That'll take the pressure off. Full attention on the body. Hone in. Utilize your skills of concentration and focus on the subtle sensations that you're feeling in the body.
Last breath. Bend the knees up if they're not already. Use your feet pushing into the floor to move the bolster out from underneath your hips. And make your way into your Nidra pose. So as I mentioned at the beginning, for those of you who are experienced and feel comfortable enough to sit, then I do encourage you to. If not, you can choose to be like Pete and lying down, use as many or as few props as you'd like. Get yourself very comfortable, but remember that if you fall asleep, even if it's just a micro sleep, sleep's another fluctuation of the mind. It's another way the mind turns. It goes into this sloth, sort of laziness mode. And what Nidra is all about is this restful awakeness. You are wide awake, not in a sense of, lots of energy buzzing around, but you are aware of every little sensation, everything that's going on inside you. When you fall into sleep, that gets switched off. So do what you need to do to get yourself comfortable. If you're seated like I am, make sure your pelvis has a slight tilt forward, because that'll actually take the pressure off your muscles to hold this upright position, especially through the back side of the body. There is a slight curve, a natural curve in your lower back. There is a lift of the chest and a slight tuck of the chin, even if you're lying down. If you haven't already, close your eyes. I'm going to start slowly with this Nidra relaxation, restful awareness, restful alertness. So we're going to start from the top. We're going to start from our head. So bring your attention to your head, to your face, to the big eyebrow muscle. Relax. Like you've got this wave of relaxation sweeping over your face, your jaw. Unclench it, relax your tongue, relax your lips, relax your eye sockets, relax your cheeks and your ears. Feel your whole face smooth like baby skin, soft and relaxed. And then move down to your neck. Relax your neck. Neck and shoulders very intimately connected, and so if you notice you've got a bit of tension through your shoulders, relax them with your neck. If you need to make any adjustments in your posture, lying down, whatever you're doing, to make sure that your shoulders and neck are really relaxed, then do that for yourself this first wash through. And moving down into your arms, all the way down into your hands and fingertips. The water is washing, the water of relaxation is washing down your arms, relaxing every cell, every tissue fibre in your arms, in your hands, in your fingers. So there is no tension whatsoever. And keep washing down the torso. So apart from the breath entering and leaving the body very gently, the whole abdomen, the front side and the back side of the body is relaxed. Even if you're seated, you feel that wave of relaxation. And traveling down into your hips, noticing very intimately, very subtly, if you're holding any tension in your hips. And with that aware and awake mind, you send your attention there to relax it, to let go of that tension. Again, even if you're seated, and then we keep moving down into the legs. Big muscles of the glutes, into the hamstrings and at the front of the thighs, into your quads. All the tissues, every fibre completely relaxed. And sweeping down into your lower legs, to your shins and your calves. And then all the way down into the soles of your feet and your toes. Just feel the legs and your feet relaxed. We're going to do that again from the top of the body. So bring your attention back to your head, your eyebrows, your eye sockets, your jaw, your tongue, your cheeks, your ears. Smooth out all the wrinkles. Wash your head with rest. Neck and shoulders. Move your awareness there, and every little fibre. Use that laser focus to really pinpoint some deep tension and relax it. And continue to wash that relaxation down your arms, into your hands, and all the way to your fingertips. Every cell, every fibre, completely relaxed. Your whole torso, front and back, your belly, the contents of your belly, the organs within the torso and the belly and the pelvis. At rest. Moving into your hips, some big joint. Notice every detail. Your awareness is so focused and so subtle. You can feel little teeny fibers. You can wash relaxation through them. Deep within the joint complex. And do the same for your legs. Wash it through. Your upper legs, your lower legs, your ankles and feet, your toes. We're going to do that process together one more time. So bring your awareness back to the top, back to your head, your face, your eyebrows, your eyes, your mouth, your ears. Soften, relax. And now notice the stillness. Moving your attention down to the neck and shoulders and washing relaxation, rest through every fibre, every bone, every tissue, every cell. Moving down the arms into the hands and fingers and relaxing. Sweeping relaxation. Notice the stillness. Almost like you can't even feel them anymore. Torso, front and back, whole spine, whole belly relaxed. Even if you're in a seated position, allow your belly to relax. Moving into your hips. Relax the big joint complex of the hips. Deep within. The bones, the muscles, the tendons, ligaments. Completely relaxed. Washing that relaxation down into your legs, upper legs, lower legs, ankles, feet and toes. With that relaxation comes stillness. With that physical stillness comes peace and calm. So much so that you can slip into the stillness that lies within. So now, each time you hear the bowl, that's going to sweep the relaxation. You're going to do it with your own mind's eye, in your own time. Sweep the relaxation through your body, from the top all the way down to your toes. Relaxing through head, face, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, torso, hips, legs, ankles, feet, toes. And once you get to that very end point, just feeling that moment of stillness. Moment of peace and calm and tranquility that is always there. Allow that restful alertness to wash through your body until you find that still point. Whenever you notice the mind taking over control, focus it back on the body, washing the relaxation through the entire body, from head to toes. Each new bell of the bowl is an opportunity to wash the body out. Allow it to relax so the mind can follow. every bell washes the body more, cleanses the body more into that state of relaxation, which then naturally leads to a deep sense of stillness. And then we can follow that stillness, diving deep into consciousness. Restful alertness. You are highly aware from the place of the witness. Allow this last one to wash through you, releasing any last remnants. And then rest in that seat of awareness. very gently, very slowly, just start to wiggle your fingers, just your fingers. And when you come out of that stillness, sensation is heightened. Now start to wiggle your toes. Taking a really deep breath now. Fill your lungs to capacity and then let the air out. Start to gently sway your head from side to side. Start to circle out your wrists, moving your elbows, maybe your arms. If you're not seated, if you're lying down, you can circle your ankles as well. Just bringing the body back into that movement state, that awakening. If you need to, you can roll over onto one side, either side if you're lying down, just for a moment. Or you can simply just help yourself up to a comfortable seat. If you rolled over onto a side, from that side, use your hands to help yourself up slowly. Once you've made your way up into your comfortable seated position, if you needed to open your eyes, close them again. And bring your palms together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Let's close our Nidra practice with a restful yet very aware Om. Deep breath in. Thumbs to third eye center, we bow. That place of stillness within me sees that same place of stillness within you. When we're in that place together, we are one. Together we say Namaste. 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 Thank you. I hope you have an epic rest of your night tonight and an awesome sleep. Take care, hopefully. We'll see you in studio again soon. Bye.
Bye.